Do you think some footballers in Qatar this week missed the opportunity to be real role models for kids?
I couldn't think that more. I think obviously there's probably a lot going on that we don't know about, and there's a lot more behind the scenes stuff. But the reality is, the one thing I find weird is the mixed messaging around you shouldn't have politics in sport, and then the FIFA president comes up and makes a speech that's purely political, and you're going like, guys, the reality is, I have found this really quite seedy and quite disappointing that they didn't stand up and do that. They couldn't have gave them all yellow cards. They couldn't have done that. And I find the whole thing that the Gary Neville, I don't know if you saw that moment on, when he was kind of taken on. The fact that we're still trying to justify it all, if maybe somebody came out and said, listen, we got paid an absolute, a hames to bring it to Qatar, you'd nearly go, right, so let's just move on. But it's the kind of self-righteous morality kind of speeches that we're hearing from them. But yeah, I'm immensely disappointed that especially the English players didn't stand up and do that. And maybe that's just our Irish bias.
Yeah, exactly.
None of them else did. We're like, the English players should have
Yeah, they're particularly disappointing. When will they stop disappointing us? And Bressie, do you see yourself as a role model? You are for people.
I don't know. I think what's really important is that we need more people. If you look online at the kind of people who a lot of people would follow, they're not exactly what I would call role models. Their messaging is draconian. Their messaging is not helpful. And I think the problem online, Kieran, is like the very currency of digital media generally, especially Twitter, is division. That's its currency. It needs us divided. It needs us angry. It needs us turning on each other. It needs to have this kind of left, one person on one side, the other person. And it's just so much noise now. Nobody can hear anything. Context is gone. Nuance is gone. And I think what happens is people feel a bit lost with that. And in my case, I'm just trying to say to people, like, so do I. That's the thing. I haven't figured this stuff out. I genuinely haven't, and I'm not trying to pretend I have, but knowing where I came from and the place I was, and especially when I played rugby, when I was in an incredibly dark place, I just know that there's ways out.